talking about one of the most important human rights that every person deserves: freedom from discrimination. This right is clearly stated in the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, specifically in Article 2, which says that everyone is entitled to all the rights and freedom in the declaration without extension of any kind, whether it's the race, color, sex, language, religion, political opinion, national or social origin, property, birth, or any other status. In simple words, freedom from discrimination means that no one should be treated unfairly just because of who they are or where they came from. It's about equality, giving every person the same respect, opportunities, and protection under the law. Sadly, history tells us that the right has not always been respected. People all over the world have faced unfair treatment simply because they look different, believing in something different, or were born in certain places. One of the clearest examples of a violation of this right was the racial discrimination in the United States during the segregation era. Here is the live report with the racial discrimination in the United States during the segregation era. Good day, everyone. This is Sunshine reporting. So one of the most clearest example of a violation is this right was racial discrimination in the United States during the segregation era. From the late 90s, Africans were not allowed to use the same schools, restaurants, or buses as the white people. They had to sit the back of the buses, go to separate schools, and were often denied good jobs and fair treatment in courts. A powerful example of this injustice was the case of Rosa Parks in 1955. She was arrested for refusing to give up her seat to a white passenger on a bus in Montgomery, Alabama. Her brave actions became a symbol of the fight against racial discrimination and sparked the historic civil rights movement, which aimed to achieve the equal rights for all the races. Today, we've made progress, but discrimination still exists in different forms against women, people with disabilities, members of LGBT community, and even those with different beliefs. That's why remembering this article is so important. It reminds us that freedom from discrimination is not just a law, but it is a value that we must live by every day. Treating others with fairness and respect is the foundation of a peaceful and just society. This has been your reporter, Sunshine, reminding you that the fight for equality starts with respect, and it begins with us. And it's about how we treat one another as human beings. Because when we stand against discrimination, we stand for humanity.